Hey guys, Mitch Hellman with Sandhills Global here. I got Chris from Bloomberg. This month we introduced a dealer survey across the board to all of our Sandhills customers and Bloomberg customers. I want to introduce Chris. Chris, why don't you tell them who you are?
Yep, Chris Cellino. I'm the senior U.S. machinery analyst here for Bloomberg Intelligence, which is our in-house proprietary equity research department.
Let's just dive into it. We're going to start with the ag equipment market and just give a quick overview of what we're seeing. What are some of the key takeaways you saw from this quarter?
Yeah, I think the key takeaway is stability, right? Despite the conflict in the Middle East, the rising input costs, broader economic uncertainty, conditions across the agricultural market appear soft but stable, I would say. Nearly 47% of respondents in our inaugural Bloomberg Intelligence Sandhills Global Dealer Survey said market conditions were similar to the prior quarter, and 52% expect the market to remain largely unchanged over the next 12 months.
That's interesting. As far as demand, what are you seeing with the farm equipment right now?
It's challenging, right? In fact, 40% of dealers said their new equipment sales were worse than expected in 1Q. Weakness continues to be concentrated in large tractors and combines, with small tractors holding up better. What's interesting to me, though, is that despite the weakness in the farm economy and all the negative headlines we see out there, 23% of dealers still expect their sales to be relatively flat this year, and about 32% are forecasting growth.
Inventory levels have been something that's been a big discussion, over the last pretty much, 12 to 18 months. What was the kind of outlook on the inventory levels that you're seeing?
Yeah, inventories continue to trend lower as, we kind of bounce along the trough here, at least from a demand standpoint. But I think we're approaching this point of equilibrium. 46% of dealers said that their inventories were down sequentially in 1Q, but more than half expect their inventories to remain stable next quarter. Also, more than 54% indicated that inventories are adequate relative to customer demand.
We here at Sandhills, we get a lot of data on the used equipment side, but was there any notable differences that you're seeing between the new and used?
Unsurprisingly, the used market seems to be a little more resilient. Used ag sales were a relative bright spot in the quarter, with dealers reporting, low single-digit, mid-single-digit growth on average. Now, dealers seem reluctant to build inventory and will be, selective in acquiring used machines. But about 55% of used dealers are expecting their sales to be up this year.
Oh, that's awesome insight. Chris, really appreciate you doing this. Everyone else, we're going to start doing these on a quarterly basis. Really appreciate you joining in. Watch your inbox for the next one.